Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're doing a complete forensic breakdown of an absolutely unforgettable Fitch fumble. You know the one. It's that exact sequence of events that took literally the ultimate pinnacle of athletic achievement and, well, instantly transformed it into absolute slapstick comedy. We're going to break down the exact anatomy of a viral football moment and dissect exactly why this specific fumble completely hijacked our collective attention. Because look, context is everything here. We are talking about the FIFA World Cup 2026. The stakes, they literally do not get any higher than this. You've got years of grueling preparation, the absolute weight of national pride on the line, and billions, yes, billions of eyes watching across the globe. It's this incredibly intense pressure cooker engineered specifically for heroes and legacy-defining moments. And right in the middle of that monumental context, picture a stadium completely packed to the brim with fans. Imagine that roaring, just deafening energy. You have this immense, almost crushing pressure building up for 90 grueling minutes. And then, bam, the release. The player scores the winning goal. The eruption of noise from the stands is absolute madness. The sheer adrenaline surging through the stadium and the players is literally off the charts. It's a moment of pure, unadulterated triumph, right? The atmosphere is completely electric, vibrating with the reality that history has just been made. But here is exactly where the narrative sharply pivots. Let's move to the timeline and see how this builds, breaking it down into literally microseconds. Second 1, the ball hits the back of the net. Ultimate athletic glory. Second 3, the player wheels away, launching into what is supposed to be this epic, iconic celebration. But then, right at second 4, the totally unexpected variable strikes. The grass. The hero's glorious launch suddenly turns into a total, devastating loss of friction.
Mechanically speaking, we're not just looking at a solitary fall here. No, it's the complete structural collapse of an entire team celebration. Let's look at the steps. Step 1, the sudden grass slip destabilizes our lead player. Step 2, we get this accidental chain reaction. The teammates are sprinting at full velocity. They are flying to embrace the goal scorer, and they are completely unprepared for a suddenly stationary, falling object in their path. So, step 3, physics simply takes over in this chaotic, kinetic tangle of limbs and jerseys. It's essentially a rapid, hilarious, human domino effect.
And you have to look at the human element, caught in that exact microsecond of physical chaos. In a literal fraction of a second, you can see the emotional transition happen in real time. The triumphant yells totally freeze, morphing into expressions of pure confusion and, frankly, sudden panic as gravity just completely takes over. That heroic, invincible facade drops instantly, and it's replaced by the very relatable, very human realization of falling flat on your face in front of the entire world. The immediate aftermath of this creates such a brilliant audio and emotional split. On one side, you have the crowd, and they are just losing it, laughing. All that intense tension of the match just completely shatters, and it's replaced by pure amusement. But then, on the flip side, the broadcast commentators are utterly shocked. They are totally primed to deliver these historic, legacy-cementing monologues, and suddenly, they are completely lost for words as this majestic, epic celebration dissolves into a total blooper reel. But we really have to talk about how we, the audience sitting at home, actually experienced this. Because it wasn't just a clumsy mistake, it became a true cinematic broadcast experience. Modern sports broadcasting isn't just about casually documenting a game anymore. It's practically about creating digital art. The specific way this moment was captured and instantly packaged immortalized it. The medium itself took an awkward trip on the grass and completely transformed it into a globally shared cultural artifact. So the crucial point here is the 4K resolution. We are not watching some grainy, distant footage from a vintage camcorder. 4K provides this unforgiving, absolute clarity, and it magnifies every single tiny detail of the fumble. You can see the exact divot in the turf, the spray of the tiny water droplets off the grass, the instantaneous widening of the player's eyes. This incredible technology essentially forces us to experience the absolute granular reality of the mistake. And when you combine all of that, the cinematic framing, the ultra-realistic visuals, and of course, the slow-motion replay, something totally fascinating happens. By taking what was really a split-second mistake and stretching it out over 10 glorious seconds of super slow motion, the broadcast turns a rapid physical error into this epic, lingering sequence. It literally forces the viewer to savor the inevitable collapse, frame by beautiful, agonizing frame.
All of this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we mean when we talk about a modern viral football moment. It's a culturally significant digital event where high-stakes athleticism basically collides head-on with slapstick comedy, and the whole thing is heavily amplified by cinematic broadcast technology. It's the perfect storm, really. You combine the peak pressure of the World Cup with the universally relatable comedy of tripping and falling, and then you deliver it through state-of-the-art cinematic replays. That is the exact, undeniable recipe for viral immortality.
Which brings me to a question I really want to leave you with today as we wrap up this explainer. In the 4K era of sports, what do we actually remember more? The winning goal or the viral slip? We've built this incredibly sophisticated technological apparatus specifically to capture human perfection on the pitch. Yet it kind of seems like our digital culture is often far more captivated when that same technology flawlessly captures our very human imperfections. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope it gave you a fresh new lens through which to view these totally unforgettable moments.